Tell him about the Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
Since ancient times, sages gazed at the stars, admiring their heavenly glow and attributing to them godly powers, claiming that the heavenly bodies had effects on human beings. Before the Great Flood, Saturn was regarded by some civilizations as the supreme god and ruler of all kings. Semitic civilizations referred to Saturn as El. Saturn was represented by a black cube, and the color black was attributed to it. In the book The Black Arts, on page 47, The Occult by Colin Wilson, page 268, he said, "The path belongs to Saturn, and the color of Saturn is black." Saturn is known as the Lord of Time, or in Greek mythology, Kronos, or the Great Beneficent, and each planet was associated with its own color, and the color of Saturn was black. Hence, the planet Saturn was known as the Black Sun, or the Dark Sun, also the Black Square. The elite and those involved in the occult surely pay tribute to this symbol for its power, and you can find it in many locations around the earth. In Santa Ana, Manhattan, Australia, and Denmark, to name a few. Author Jordan Maxwell said in The Matrix of Power, the symbol that was used in the religious context for Saturn was the square or cube, and it was black, and that is why Mecca is a great square black box. The home of Mecca is a square because it has to do with the symbol of Saturn. Many Christians, conspiracy theorists, and those who delve in the realm of the occult these days consider the Kaaba in Mecca, or the act of Hajj, or the pilgrimage, to be one of the largest occult rituals on the earth. They also claim that the ancient Hebrews represented Saturn with the six-pointed star, which later became the Star of David. It also had many other esoteric meanings. The black stone in the Kaaba is often referred to as the perfect stone, as is defined in the realm of the occult, a name frequently given to the cubic stone discovered in the 13th degree of perfection, the 10th of the Ineffable series. It denotes justice and firmness, with all the moral lessons and duties in which the mystic cube is calculated to instruct us. Those who attribute the Kaaba to worship of Saturn, or Satan as they claim, show that the Enochian magic, the cube of Saturn, is depicted in the center of its north pole, and each corner of the cube faces the four cardinal directions. When one looks at the images, you will see clearly that the Kaaba in Mecca also faces all four cardinal directions. Interestingly enough, the comparison between Saturn and the Kaaba resemble a mirror image of one another. Saturn has 7 rings, and the pilgrims in Mecca circumambulate the Kaaba 7 times. The ether that circumambulates the cube on Saturn's north pole does so in a counterclockwise manner. As such, with the Kaaba in Mecca, the pilgrims circumambulate it in a counterclockwise manner. Could this truly be as the Christians and conspiracy theorists claim? A gigantic sigil ritual in which Muslims from all over the world are worshiping Satan? Could it be?
Okay, you've all seen this picture, you all know what it is. For those of you who haven't, it's just like the main Masonic thing. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's not to degrade them or anything else like that. It's just to make you aware that everything is a repeating pattern and that there's nothing mystical or holy or unholy about most of this stuff. Okay? So let's take a look at this. When you get rid of all of that shit, you'll find out that all of this ain't anything more than any of this. It's all the same thing. There ain't nothing holy here. It's all the same thing. It's the fucking broken machine. There should be a third fucking pillar here. It's busted. There. Case solved. Mystery solved. Okay? all they're doing is they're working on connecting these two pillars. That's what the Keystone Project is. Now, whatever happens when they do that, I don't know. But you can clearly see, once you put this thing in the correct configuration, and it has all four sides, just like it does on here. Not only is that telling you that everybody is in cahoots, because here the Jews have it right here, the Masons have it right here, the Muslims have it right here, the UN has it right there, and you have it on your head when you graduate. You see, it's all one thing. So, like I said, oh, Jerry Springer has it. This isn't to bash one against the other, but what they've done is they took one religion and split it, and then split it, and then split it, and then split it. And the Catholic hates the Lutheran, and the Lutheran hates the Methodist, and the Methodist hates the Presbyterian, and the Presbyterian hates the Unitarian. All so that we never find out about this thing. It's what it's all about. It's all about the Wizard of Oz syndrome. Never finding out about this. Because really, that is their God. It's their thing. Okay? I don't know what else to say. And you'll find this over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, literally.
Is to understand who the spiritual ruler of Ur was. The spiritual ruler of the Ur of the Chaldees was the moon god that would ultimately become the supreme deity of the Babylonian Empire and others. He went by many names. One of the most interesting names in ancient times was the name Sin.
So the word sin is sign, it's time. Okay? Because it's sin is sign and sign is sin. Sin is equated with time. Time is equated with Saturn. And Saturn is what regulates time. And because time kills everything, given enough of it, it's always seen as the bad guy. Because we all have seen people die. We've had pets. You know, we watch ourselves age. There's no way to get around it. The Bible clearly says, who can bring war against the beast? Nobody.
Because while the Arabians esteemed the moon god, they had a tough time with Marduk and some of the other Babylonian deities. So the Babylonians were shrewd, they just did some repackaging here. The moon god Sin, the word really means the controller of the night, had as his emblem the crescent moon. We'll be talking more about that as we go on here. And he also, in effect, presided over a lunar-based calendar. That became one of the primary religious symbols of the ancient cultures, and is to this very day the primary symbol of Islam, the crescent moon, and they still operate all their festivals and things by the crescent moon. They fast in Ramadan from crescent moon to crescent moon and so forth.
On every continent, archaeologists have uncovered curious drawings of an archaic sun. They do not look like our sun, yet they are strangely similar. And most mysterious of all is the great crescent encircling the sphere of this enigmatic sun. Early Egyptian drawings place crescent horns on the sun god Ra. Mesopotamia, the crescent is repeatedly drawn wrapped around the sun god Shamash. A crescent horn turning in the sky. The image appears throughout the world. A vast crescent, unlike anything in our own sky today.
What is Saturn to you in the planets? So Sa'd the Yemeni said, it is a planet of bad luck, or it is an evil omen. So Abu Abdullah alayhi salam said, do not say that. So Abu Abdullah alayhi salam said, do not say that. So Abu Abdullah alayhi salam said, do not say that. Because Saturn is the planet of the commander of the believer. Because Saturn is the planet of the commander of the believer. Because Saturn is the planet of the commander of the believer. And it is the planet of the vicegerents, and it is the piercing star which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in his book. And in the narration of Al-Madaini, which is reported from Al-Kafi, from Abu Abdullah alayhi salam, he said, verily Allah has created a star or a planet in the 7th orbit. He created it from cold water, and he created the rest of the orbiting stars or planets from hot water. And it is the planet or star of the prophets and vicegerents, and it is the star or planet of the commander of the believers, Ali ibn Abi Talib. It commands to exit the world and be ascetic in it, and it commands sleeping on dust, and taking bricks as pillows, and wearing rough clothes, and eating dry food. And Allah has not created a star or a planet that is closer to Allah than it. It is a planet of bad luck, or it is an evil omen. It is a planet of bad luck, or it is an evil omen. It is a planet of bad luck, or it is an evil omen. And it is the planet or star of the prophets and vicegerents, and it is the star or planet of the commander of the believers. And Allah has not created a star or a planet that is closer to Allah than it.
Two in the box.
Ready to go.
We be fast and
They be slow.
wow.
Fear not, for you are found. You are home, and there is no going back. No one leaves this place. But what is this place? The answer is Sakar. Surrounded by cosmic gateways, Sakar lives on the edge of the known and unknown. It is the collection point for all lost and unloved things, like you. But here on Sakar, you are significant. You are valuable. Here, you are loved. And no one loves you more than the Grand Master. He is the original, the first lost and the first found, the creator of Sakar and father of the contest of champions. Where once you were nothing, now you are something. You are the property of the Grand Master. Congratulations! You will meet the Grand Master in 5 seconds. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. You are now meeting the Grand Master.
I need to go closer. I want to get a closer look at this. Can you take us closer? Thank you.
are two doors. The door to your right leads to the source and the salvation of Zion. The door to your left leads back to the Matrix, to her, and to the end of your species. As you adequately put, the problem is choice. But we already know what you are going to do, don't we? Already I can see the chain reaction, the chemical precursors that signal the onset of an emotion, designed specifically to overwhelm logic and reason,